أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لم تقولون ما لا تفعلون؟ كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون. إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص. وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم لم تؤذونني وقد تعلمون أني رسول الله إليكم فلما زاغوا أزاغ الله قلوبهم والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين. وإذ قال عيسى ابن مريم يا بني إسرائيل إني رسول الله إليكم فلما جاء مصدقا لما بين يدي من التوراة ومبشرا برسول يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد فلما جاءهم بالبينات قالوا هذا سحر مبين. فمن أظلم ممن افترى على الله الكذب وهو يدعى إلى الإسلام والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين. ومن أظلم ممن افترى على الله الكذب وهو يدعى إلى الإسلام والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون. والذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون. صدق الله العظيم.
Dear brothers and sisters, believe me, I am equally a guest like yourselves in this historic meeting, this being the first visit of Brother Ahmad Deedat to Geneva. 3 days ago, I received by post an invitation. No wonder the hall is not full. It should have been more than full, but many do not know that Brother Ahmad Deedat is in Geneva. The brother is Islam and Christianity. Brother Ahmad Deedat, I think most of you have known of him, about him, an outstanding scholar, both in Quran and in the Bible, of international standing. We would have liked very much this occasion to be in the shape of a dialogue for the sense of fairness that should have perfected the occasion, but our good-hearted brothers tried their best to organize this meeting. I'm given to understand, tried, but the offer was declined. So we shall have the pleasure of listening to Brother Ahmad Deedat for 45 minutes, 1 hour, less more. It all depends on the spiritual rapport between you and him. And after that, there will be enough occasion for questions and answers pertaining to the subject.
الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده اللهم يا مفتح الأبواب ويا مسبب الأسباب ويا دليل الحائرين توكلت عليك يا رب العالمين وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الدين عند الله الإسلام صدق الله العظيم. Mr. Chairman and brethren, the subject, as has been advertised for this evening's discussion, is Christianity and Islam. I think we would rather have it as Judaism, Christianity and Islam, because there is a definite affinity between these three great Semitic faiths. See, the religions of the world can easily be divided into two major groups. One group of religions called the Aryan religions, and the other group of religions, the Semitic religions. Among the Aryan religions, I would consider Hinduism, Buddhism and Zoroastrianism. This is of the Aryan group. The Semitic, Judaism, Christianity and Islam. The unity of these three faiths consists in the unity of God. You see, in the fundamentals of the teachings of Moses, Jesus and Muhammad, may the peace of God be upon them all, there is not an iota of difference. I said in the fundamentals of the teachings of Moses, Jesus and Muhammad. I didn't say in the teachings of Judaism, Christianity and Islam. Mark my words. Now in the fundamentals of the teachings of these prophets, I said there is not an iota of difference. Between the religious groupings, there are many differences. When I say there is no difference in the fundamentals, I mean, like, for example, the first commandment. The very first commandment, as given by God Almighty to the Holy Prophet Moses, was in the Hebrew language, Shama Israelu Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, which means, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. The first commandment. Some 1350 years after Moses, a learned man of the Jews called a scribe in the Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 12, verse 29, this learned man of the Jews comes to Jesus and questions him. He said, Master, in the Hebrew language, Rabbi, Maulana, learned man, Sheikh, Master, what commandment is the first of all? And Jesus answers and says unto him, in the Hebrew language, Shama Israelu Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. He repeated word for word what was given by Moses 1300 years before, without the change of a dot. That in the fundamentals of religion, in the fundamentals of belief of faith, there is no change. He confirms the very words given by Moses. Some 600 years after Jesus, a Christian deputation comes to the Holy Prophet Muhammad in Medina. And they were having a dialogue for 3 days and 3 nights in the Masjid al-Nabawi, the mosque of the Prophet. This mosque of the Prophet is in no way to be compared to our Islamic center, the mosque, the beautiful mosque here in Geneva. This must have been mud walls, thatch roof, and plastered with mud on the floor, maybe with grass mat or palm leaf fiber mat. This Christian deputation was accommodated in the mosque. They slept in the mosque, they ate in the mosque, they discussed in the mosque for 3 days and 3 nights. During the course of this discussion, this dialogue, the spokesman for the Christian poses the question. He said, all right, now tell us, O Muhammad, among so many other things, says, tell us now, what is your concept of God? And the Holy Prophet Muhammad is made to say, Qul huwallahu ahad, say, He is God, the one and only. He said, ahad, one and only. Jesus said, ikhad, meaning one and only. Moses said, ikhad, meaning one and only. What is the difference? It's the same word meaning the same thing. Ahad and ikhad. Ahad in Hebrew, in Arabic means one. Ikhad in Hebrew means one. And the difference between these two words is only the pronunciation. If the blackboard was any nearer, if I had foresight, I would have told them to bring the blackboard nearer. I don't want it now. And if I had a chalk, I would write ahad. Alif, ha, da. Ahad in Arabic, meaning one and only. And to make it ikhad, on the ha I put a dot. That becomes ha. Ha becomes ha just by putting a dot. That is in the writing, calligraphy. But as far as the meaning is concerned, the word is concerned, it means one and the same thing. That God Almighty is the one and only being that there is. So, my statement that in the fundamentals of the teachings of Moses, Jesus and Muhammad, there is not an iota of difference. And according to the Muslim belief, there is no such thing